pulled off two things today that I would deem as incredible. Number one is that this is the latest that I've woken up in over a year today. I think that's incredible depending on what you define incredible as. But the one that would be more incredible, in my opinion, is that this is the first time that I'm picking up my phone today. It is 9:23 p.m. on Saturday night, and I have not been on my phone at all today. We have been head down working. Now, I was answering some messages on the computer, but this is literally the first time picking up my phone for the day. My phone is at 100%. I will not be charging it tonight because I'm going to bed right after this. It is Saturday, March 7th, 2026, and it's our first full day back here in Scottsdale after the Hawaii trip. And I was legit clocking like anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a night of sleep, like the occasional 6 in there throughout the entirety of the last 2 weeks. So more like 1.6 weeks. Was getting anywhere from 3 to 6 hours of sleep every single night. And today was that day where we go to sleep at 9:30 p.m. and wake up at 10:30 a.m. So I got 13 hours of sleep last night. So whoever says that sleep debt isn't real and you can't pay it off, I think that's BS, because my hibernation strategy is continuously on top. Now, with one caveat being, like, I'm pretty energized right now for 9:24 because obviously I have not even been awake for 12 hours. But the caveat of the hibernation strategy being you got to be disciplined enough to like go to bed on time the next night. So I probably should have gone to sleep a little bit sooner than I am right now, but I was working, I was in a flow, and I was like, all right, I want to at least go until I lose this flow state and have prepared properly for Sunday. So I'll probably get in bed around 9:45. Might take me a bit of an extra minute to fall asleep, but hopefully we'll be asleep by 10. The hibernation strategy is basically not getting as much sleep throughout the week, and then the one day of the week where the next day you don't have anything pressing, or it's like one task that you can kind of do at your own pace, I'll just wake up whenever my body tells me to. Usually that whenever my body tells me to is like at latest 8. Like you can check back on all the recent videos where I've reported this time. This is by far the latest, I think, because my body's probably still on Hawaii time, which is 3 hours earlier. So it was like 7:30 Hawaii time woke up. So today we're gonna have to be disciplined. We'll wake up at 6 tomorrow in order to get some stuff done. We got our taxes tomorrow, be big tax day. Finally pushing that across the board. For the last minute, there would be none at all, my mom used to say. So yeah, we did our 5 reach outs today. No workout, again, out with the IT band. I'm not 100% sure what's gonna be going on with this. I haven't been really proactively trying to fix it. We did 19 weeks of training. I got much faster. I don't suspect that I'll be I've had this injury 3 times before this one. I don't suspect that I'll be back in enough of action to do the Syracuse half. And I'm just trying not to let it get to me mentally. I'm kind of like compartmentalizing it and not thinking about it too much, because I'd rather not get depressed over it, because there's so much other shit that has to get done inside the business. It's not worth me getting demoralized at all. So I've kind of been tucking that away. I'll have a chat with my coach soon and see like where to go from there. But my brother and I could potentially be going to Russia in July to run the White Knights Marathon in St. Petersburg. So that would be something I'd like train up for and get healthy for, because that could be pretty fun. But nonetheless, that's like a super I don't know if it will actually happen type of thing, but figured I'd throw it out there early. The deep work today was really strong. Got our team onboarding deck done, so now everybody that comes through and joins us as a team member of Brand Sharks will now go through our media team onboarding. It was like 8 super dense slides that I'd completed. I think will be super useful for anybody who's joining our team. And then we also made, it was me, like playbooks for each role, like V1 playbooks for each role. So essentially create what I think the playbook is and then hand it off to the person who actually runs that role, and then have them update the playbook. That way the playbooks actually start to get built. That was one of my rocks. So I would not have built out the playbooks. I probably would have built out the deck, but maybe not as good as I had done, because I'll have to present the deck at the meeting that we do for EOS on March 21st in person. So I'm not gonna want to like present a shit deck, So that was one of the rocks that we had for the quarter. That was complete. And then another thing that I realized today is really trading money for speed is incredibly important. Like there's times where like I'm working with a fractional COO right now to fix some of our automations and have our ops run a bit smoother. I don't have the time to oversee the project, and she had needed like certain things, like certain accesses and stuff like that. And I was just like, here, take my card, do whatever you need to do. I don't care how much it costs. Just do not bottleneck yourself, and don't ask me for things. Like don't ask me for approval on stuff. Just like go do what you have to do and then tell me what you did. And that has allowed us to complete the project with zero mental bandwidth from me. Literally zero. I just said, hey, here's the card, here's what I need done, just do it. And now caveat being like hire somebody that you know is not gonna totally fuck you for no reason, someone that you trust with the card and with that level of authority. But I was like, don't ask me, just do it. Let me know when it's done. And since I've been in Hawaii, working 20, 22 hours a day, filming with the client there, this has gotten done. It's required zero bandwidth for me other than sending the credit card and saying, hey, do whatever you have to do. Same thing with like the payroll software that we're using, or like when people need accesses to things inside of software, it's just like, I'm not gonna be fucking bottlenecked by $50. I'd rather have my time and mental bandwidth because the bandwidth is already being expended at a high rate and pretty much at all times. So that being said, another caveat is like not being reckless with it. It's not like buying a $700 a month software for no reason. Like there are times that I'll go back, usually around once per quarter, and just start to dial back all the expenses. I'll kind of like go Rambo for a little bit and just make sure that we have all of our stuff, like there's no bottlenecks. And then about a quarter later, I'll come back. There's not like a specific process or time frame around this. I just find it's usually around the quarter time. I'll go back and just like take, like I'll just say, okay, where can we cut expenses? Where can we cut expenses? Where can we cut expenses? But when it comes to ramping up, like I will not be bottlenecked by a couple bucks. So that's what I got for you today. I'm gonna do my best to try and go to sleep here in the next. Oh, yawn. Nice, good time. I'm gonna lean into this. That way I can go to sleep at a good time. Wake up at 6 with 8 hours of sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow.